Hi, so today we're going to make just a small project before we start our October Halloween project. This is an accordion folder made for my scraps, and I have made two. I made the one from Victoria Designs. It's her sewing kit scrap, and I like it, but I will show you my drawer in just a minute. I put pink in here so that I knew this was for pink scraps. Let me put that aside. And then I made a bigger one because I took the measurements from my drawer and I went ahead. Let me see if I can get that. Yeah, you can see my drawers. I have 3 of them with just junk in there. And it gets a little overwhelming because with the pretty scraps that I have, sometimes I have to go through things to find something that will actually fit. So I went ahead and measured my drawer and I made this, and I'm going to make several. This is for my brown papers, and you can see I've gone ahead and I've put brown scraps in here, and I've kind of put them in here by a little bit by size. But this is what we're going to make. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside. What you're going to need is you're going to need 8 single color, and I'm using white because I put a fancy color just like this one. I put the brown on the front to tell me that that's for brown papers. And I'm going to do this with purple for all of my purplish colored papers. So I need 8 that are of a single color, and I'm going to use white for that. And then I need 1 design color, and I'm going to use the purple for that. And we're going to go ahead and cut those at 10 inches by 6 inches. So get your cutting scoreboard. And this, I have used a little bit heavier paper. I think it's 100 pound, and so it's just a little bit heavier, so I'm going to only cut 1 at a time with this. And I want to cut a 10 inch, so I'm going to put the long side up and I'm going to put it at 10 inches and cut. And this will be too heavy to use for my binders. And then I'm going to turn it a 1/4 of a turn, and I'm going to cut the 6 inch. I might try 2 pieces at a time just to see if we can do it. Okay, so there's 1. Let's try 2 pieces, and I need 8 of these. So we're going to do 10 on the long side, sorry. That cut, and we're going to turn it a 1/4 of a turn and put it at the 6 inch and mark 6 inches. Okay, so I have 3 of those, and let's do another set. So we put the long side up on the 10, and we turn it a 1/4 of a turn on the 6 inch. Okay, there's 5. So we're going to put the 10 inch up. And I'm slicing it up and down just to make sure that I get through it. And then we're going to turn it a 1/4 of a turn, and we're going to cut 6 inches. And I just need 1 more of this white. Oh, nice. We have a couple extras. So I'm going to put the 10 up. I don't have to do 2 because this is only 1. And then we're going to do the 6. Okay, so I save all my scraps because eventually I can use those. Okay, so for the front panel, we also want a 10 by 6. So I'm going to start by just cutting off one of my white sides. And some of you can print full page. I haven't been able to get my printer to do that. And then I'm going to turn it the entire way around so that my cut side is over here. I'm going to put it on the 10-inch mark. And okay. Now I might keep this because I can use this when I make those fun frames and pages. And I'm going to kind of do the same thing on this side. I'm going to cut one of the white sides off. And then I'm going to put this at the 6-inch and cut it at 6 inches. Okay, I will keep this. So there we have our accordion pieces, and now we need to make the sides. Okay, I made a mistake, so we had to just kind of snip that. So the next piece we want to do is an 8 by 6, and I scratched off the 6. We want to actually score on the 8-inch side. So I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to cut an 8-inch, and then I'm going to cut a 6-inch. I'm trying to make sure that it's good on this side. Okay, so we're going to keep that. And I kept the ones that I made the mistake on because I will be able to use them for something else. Eight inches and 6 inches. Okay. So we want to score on the 8-inch side, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this so that I have my my shelf, and I want to put this up to the 8, and I'm going to go ahead and do 1/2 inch each way. Half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5. Now I'm going to flip it the entire way around so that my 8 inch is still on the top. I'm going to make sure that my last score is on a 1/2 inch section. It's on 2.5. So then I'm going to do 2, 2.5, 1, and 1.5. If you have a large scoreboard, I'll get my large scoreboard out and show you how we would do that on that one. And that would be this. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside, and we're going to make sure that our large side, our 8-inch, is at the top, and we're going to do 1/2 inch on the whole way across. So I'm going to do 1/2 and 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, and 7.5. Okay. So then the last one that you're going to do is you're going to cut a 10 by 2 inch. And I've already cut that. And then what we do is we're going to score a 1/2 inch on each side, and then 1/8 of an inch in between here. These are all 1/8, every 1/8 of an inch between those two halves. And then we're going to fold it. So I'll let you do that. You can stop this video if you like. Okay. So once you have all of those finished, we're going to go ahead and we're going to fold these back and forth and back and forth and back. And you're going to do that clear to the end. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my bottom at the bottom, hold it, and hold it at the top, and then squeeze so that these don't get cockywampus, you know, out of whack. And then I'm going to do the other side, the other one just the same. Back and forth, clear to the other end. This is going to make our accordion, and these open just a little bit wider at the top than they do at the bottom, but it fits your paper just perfectly. I put quite a bit of paper in the last one I made. So we're going to put it down at the bottom, hold it at the top, and then kind of squeeze the whole way down. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to lay these on my table. I just need one. I'm going to lay this on my table with these ends up, not a mountain, but these last ends up. Now I'm going to use glue, and you can use score tape and glue, just glue, however you like it. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put some glue just on this first 1/2 inch mark. And then I will take the top of my white and line it up nicely with the top of that and make sure that it's in my fold. And then we'll burnish it down. Okay, so I will pull the next one over, and I will go ahead and put glue on that. And again, we'll take a white piece. And what's nice about this is you can line it up here, but then you can also line it up against your first one at the top. Burnish it down. You can flip it if you need to. Okay, and you're going to do that with all of these white pieces that you have. So I'm going to push this over, so that's a 1/2 inch over, and then the next one I'm going to go ahead and glue. A lot of girls like the score tape. I don't have anything against score tape, except that I have had some projects not hold as well with the score tape as I have with the glue. So I really like glue. Glue seems to be my medium of choice. Oops, that didn't scribble. There we go. And you want to make sure that that gets burnished down the whole way. Okay, let's take another one. We're going to fold one of these over, put some glue on that, take our white piece and burnish it. I flip it and burnish it on the other side also. Flip it back. Okay, let's take another one. Oops, I'm sorry. That was naughty. And then I'm going to put glue. Another white piece. And some people do add these differently, but however you're comfortable doing it, you're welcome to do that. It's just that I found this easiest for me. I'm going to flip that one. Oops, that was a little bit of glue. That's all right. And flip it back. And I will push this one. Line it up, burnish it down. And we're almost to the last one. I'm going to have 2 more to do. So let's go ahead and do this glue. And I got some glue on my white paper. Okay, I'll take my sheet. I will make it as even as I possibly can, although I'm not perfect. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to open that and burnish it. And then we have one more white piece to do. And again, I'll try and get that in line with all the others. Okay, so we have one side on, and they will fold like that. So then I'm going to take it, this is how we had it, I'm going to take it and I'm going to flip it. And then I am going to open it and put one on. Now, you want to make sure that you are gluing right here. Actually, it's going to be like this. And you're not going to glue the first ½ inch, you're going to glue the second ½ inch. Okay, so let's do that. And so then I go ahead and I just take one sheet and I get it as close to my edges as I can. And I'm going to burnish it, and this is just for the first one. Okay. So then I'm going to swing this around, and again, this is what I have found is easiest for me to do. And whatever you think is easier for you, you please go ahead and do it. So now we're going to think opposite of what we did. We're not going to glue the first ½ inch, we're going to glue the second ½ inch. And I will pull my sheet. I will lay it as much as I can. Yeah, there we go. And I will burnish it. I'll flip this and burnish on this side. Okay, again, we're going to skip the first ½ inch. We're going to glue the second ½ inch. We will take a paper, pull it over, line it up with these, burnish. I'll open this and burnish. And again, not the first half, but the second half. Take our paper, pull it over. I try to keep it in line. And I will fold this up and over. Where we got that black. Okay, so not the first one, the second one. Again. Pull our paper up. Get it in line as best we can. Fold this over. And burnish everything down really well. Not the first, the second, 1/2 inch. And so you see I'm keeping this paper pushed up into the corner of my black accordion. Oh, that had a lot of glue on it. Oh, it's going to be nasty. So I have to make sure that that doesn't get, yeah, it's going to try and get stuck to the other papers. That was a lot of glue I put on there. Okay, again, not the first but the second. And we will take our sheet, get it in line. And then we only have one more to do. Okay, we will put glue on this. Take our last sheet. And there we go. Okay, see how that's trying to stick because I had too much glue on it. So I'm going to pull those apart before they get too dry and cause too much trouble. There we go. Yeah, you did good. And I'm going to pop that one. Okay, so that's our accordion so far. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and take this bottom, the 10 by 2 inch that we have gone ahead and taken care of, and we are going to, first of all, attach our purple. Yep, so we're going to attach it to the outside. Make sure that your folds are going down, and then lay them out. So we're going to put glue on our first 1/2 inch. And then we want to make sure that we get this lined up with the bottom and a side. And sometimes you can, there we go, looks good. So this purple, you have 2 little tabs that are sticking out like that. And this is actually where this is going to get attached. So let's go ahead and put glue. You can put it on one, you can put it on both, however you're comfortable. I'm going to do one at a time. And I'm going to line everything up, the top, the bottom, the sides. And burnish it down. I didn't get it really well. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and put glue on this side. And I will make sure that it's at the top. So once you've done that, all you have is your tail. And you're going to put glue right here on the inside of your tail, on that 1/2 inch score. And then you're going to line it up at the bottom. And sometimes it's easier to just kind of turn it over and line it up. There we go. Yep, there we go. And there you have it. So I will go ahead and put all of my purple pieces in here. That's a little big, but it'll go. And then I will put these in my drawer. They fit exactly across my drawer. So I have a brown one and a purple one now. And I hope this is useful, because the more of these papers that you get, these scraps that you get, the harder it is to keep them organized. And so for me, this is how I decided I'm going to organize them. So have fun. Join me September 3rd for the first in our series for our September, our more advanced album. And I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy all of mine. Please think about subscribing. I would appreciate it. And I'll see you September 3rd. Bye.